So, what do we have right now? We have an endgame with minor pieces. Most of all, bishops, my favorite. I really love them. Why? Because there's so many bad things that can happen in those endgames that you can't imagine. Well, actually, you will see what we're talking about right now. So what is happening here? Opposite colored bishops are known as the most drawish type of endgames, and the truth is that in this moment, it's easy to make a draw. If black wants a draw, he may think about pushing the pawn. However, white has this really strong feature to collect the pawns, and most likely if he takes h6, he can go back, he can move his own pawn right up, and he could be really strong with his possibilities. So this is what he wants to do, and that's most likely going to happen. So the question is, what can black do? Can he really get the win, or perhaps after a2 in the exchange, red will promote, take the bishop, and maybe end in a draw? What do you think? I have to admit that it's not easy to find bishop e3, but if you discovered it, that's great. The move itself has a brilliant idea. Why not to make another pass pawn? Making another pass pawn is great, especially after f takes 3 and in g4 we realize that there is practically no way how white can hold both the g pawn and the a pawn. That piece is just too overloaded. So essentially black can collect the bishop and then much faster than white promote his pawn into queen. What's quite amazing is that after bishop e3, even the normal move like f3 still wouldn't work, because in that case black can do a2 without any more worrying that white can take h6, because king takes h6 will lead to the discovered check of the pawn and the fact that black can do g takes f with an easy win. What's even more interesting in that moment is that after bishop e3, f takes 3, and since f takes 3 and f3 don't work, even if white tries to play smart and does king takes h6, g4 check happens, which leads to white's loss. Taking with the pawn leads to the previous line with g3 and a2, which simply means that white can't use his bishop to hold the pawns, and doing a move like king to the g6, that doesn't help, because white will simply take that pawn, and naturally, he's much faster than white. The bishop will just hold the pawn, and on the next move, it's difficult to step up and stop two pawns that are moving one after another. It was a really brilliant way of playing, and I love that example because it shows so much of what is the key to win such endgames. It's really about pass pawns, especially when there are bishops on the line.